marshmallow hot chocolate Pop-Tarts, which I would definitely eat right now. There's even holiday-flavored chapstick, which is, and this might be my favorite, though, eggnog muscle milk.
I've always been of the opinion that eggnog is sort of like turkey. It's delicious. Why limit the consumption of eggnog just to the joyous Yuletide season? Eggnog for everyone all the time. I love that stuff, but you can only find it in stores during the holidays. Do you have any holiday treats that you favor, Funkhauser?
The turtles. Oh, man, those turtles, you know what I'm talking about?
I do not.
Okay, so they're caramel. They're chocolate on the top, then caramel on the inside, and then you put a couple of walnuts on the bottom of them, and they look like a little turtle.
Huh.
Like a Hershey's Kiss on the top, melted. Grandma makes them. But you can get them at the gas station and stuff. Turtles.
Oh. Well, now I know what to get you for Christmas. Do I have to have your grandma make them, or is it something that you can get from the gas station and have it be okay?
Yeah. I don't think you can get my grandma on the horn, so your gas station's cool.
Is your grandma no longer with us?
No, she's still kicking.
Oh, she just doesn't pick up the phone when I call?
She's just got a landline, and that's it. That's kind of hard.
I can call your grandma's landline.
You'll get her.
It's not like I'm expecting to text or Skype with your grandma. I just want to call her and be like, yo.
Well, after 4 rings,
like these.
You get the answering machine, and then,
yeah. Oh, God. I love them. They don't have them in this country. Oh, God, they're so good. Have you ever had a mince pie?
No, what's that?
It's an English holiday thing, and mince it's a little pie with mincemeat in it, and that sounds disgusting because you think that's going to be beef or you think it's going to be savory, and it's not. Like in England, a mince pie is like this sort of this brown sugary mixture of raisins and apple and all sorts of delicious stuff, and they put it into a mini pie type thing with a little crust and a little top on it, and you can eat them cold or you can eat them hot, but they're delicious, and it's something that only really comes around during the holiday season. I have yet to run into a mince pie in America, but if you see one at a store, maybe you're at some red coat sympathizing grocery market, and they carry English products. But if you see them, buy them immediately and put them in your mouth post haste. If you can wait to heat them up in the microwave for a little bit, or better yet, put them in the oven for a little bit. You'll thank me in advance right now. Why don't you? All right, then we're going to talk about the Hanukkah Swastika. Walgreens putting swastikas on their Hanukkah wrapping paper. It's a thing, and it happened. As incredulous as you may be when you hear a story about this and go, no, nobody would put a swastika on wrapping paper, least of all Hanukkah wrapping paper. Oh, they did. And we'll get to that shortly. Right now, though, let's take a look at the events of today in our segment, My Witness News. In no way, shape, or form fair. Certainly not balanced.
Certainly.
Go on, Funkhauser.
We talked about Leo, right?
Oh, yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio spotted leaving a Miami nightclub with 20 girls. Big deal. You probably get to spend an entire night getting nagged by your wife about why you haven't hung Christmas decorations, then eating dinner alone in complete silence. So I guess you're not doing too bad either. In this situation, Leonardo DiCaprio always wins. I wonder if him and George Clooney kind of trade notes on supermodels. I mean, Clooney's married now, so he might be taking a break from the hot and cold running 19-year-old naked chicks of extreme beauty. But, I wonder if in the past, people like George Clooney and Leonardo DiCaprio traded notes on that particular situation.
Maybe.
I like to think that they did. In my mind, that was happening. Sort of between meetings where George Clooney was petitioning the UN for human rights things, he was trading supermodel black book notes with Leonardo DiCaprio. What else is going on in the world?
At his presidential party.
Right, yeah.
The guys in Slayer rescued a homeless kitten. We talked about it yesterday.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday. I don't know why people are so shocked by this. Satan has nothing to do with Slayer anymore. He's entirely too busy managing Justin Bieber and that Gangnam Style guy. What else? Oh, by the way, while Slayer were rescuing a homeless kitten, Kenny G was sacrificing a human baby for another 10 years of success.
Keeps you young.
What did Kenny G say when he got into the elevator?
I don't know. What did he say when he got in the elevator?
This place rocks. Go on.
I think he said that at the dentist's office, too. Somebody wrote rapist on a very famous celebrity star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Can you guess who it is?
Oh.
Somebody
The
wrote
Cos?
rapist. Yeah?
Yeah. Somebody wrote rapist on Bill Cosby's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But I believe, I think the city's already fixed it. You know, they wrote alleged in front of it.
And that's Sharpie, you know, that's hard to get off.
Yeah, Sharpie is forever. Go on.
Pauly Shore's in the news, bruh. He says he wants to make a sequel to Encino Man.
Yep. Pauly Shore wants to make a sequel to Encino Man, but only under any conditions for any amount of money at any time ever. Yep, those are his, that's the caveat. That was a thinker, right? You're like, that was, oh, wait, no, the funny crept up on you with that one.
I'm just thinking of California Man 2. With subtitles.
Yeah.
In Miami last week, our two favorites danced half naked with strippers, Mai Sai and Paris Hilton.
Oh, Miley Cyrus. Didn't they make out as well? Like Miley Cyrus made out with Paris Hilton?
Yeah.
Yeah, just by virtue of the fact that you heard that sentence, your ears now have herpes. Got the AIDS hepatitis, herpagonorrhea. Actually, wouldn't it be sort of like, I mean, Miley Cyrus is what, 21 or something like that? Yeah, because she turned 21 recently, and people are like, yay, now she can finally have a sip of alcohol. But like Miley Cyrus is 21, right?
I think so, yeah. You have to count the nipple rings for that.
Right. That's some lesbian cradle robbing that Paris Hilton's taking part in with Miley Cyrus. Like, isn't she like our age? Like, isn't Paris Hilton now like 33, 34, something like that?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Lesbian cradle robbing. You can tell your people in the porn community that you know that I've just come up with far and away the best title for any production they've ever had, ever. Lesbian cradle robbing. Fantastic business idea. Click, you're welcome.
Underneath this, although it's still 6 strings, and my various approaches to the electric guitar were still shown within the writing process and what was presented to the band, and okay, this is what we're doing, you know.
Keep listening to iHeartRadio for more Jimmy Page and all your favorite artists.
iHeartRadio goes one-on-one with Noel and Fitz from Fitz and the Tantrums, asking about how performing at festivals can help up-and-coming artists.
I think it's different for each band. We had the opportunity the first time we played Lala to play on the main stage. It was an earlier slot, but people were engaged with it. And I think we actually were able to reach fans that had never really heard our music before, may have heard the name, but didn't quite know the record that we probably wouldn't have had the chance to do if it were just like us doing our own headlining thing.
It's really up to the band if they're at a more entry level. It's their opportunity. They got to seize the moment.
Keep listening to iHeartRadio for more from your favorite artists.
Delivering fascinating subjects, interesting talk, and boobs and fart jokes. AD on iHeartRadio.
Yeah, oh, let's go. Talking that mess, better act like you know. Oh, let's go tonight. Walk away, punk, yeah, bitch. That's right, I know this. You're nothing but a punk, bitch. You're nothing but a punk, bitch. So walk away, yeah.
So, Jacob, frequent listener to the show, checked in on the Twitter regarding delicious food that you only eat during the holidays. And I have to say, I don't think I've ever had any of these things. Have you ever had boiled custard, Funkhauser?
No.
Have you ever had something called chess pie?
Chess pie? No.
Yeah. I've never had boiled custard or chess pie, and this is what Jacob recommends. Jacob is awesome. He listens regularly. He's part of the radio family. And I think he lives in, I want to say, Tennessee. He lives in Tennessee. a redneck with class, as we like to call him. But he was he was from Tennessee, so I got to assume that some boiled custard. That sounds like something you'd have in the South, right?
Yeah, sounds.
Yeah. Boiled custard. I don't know. Right now, I'm thinking about Paris Hilton having her custard boiled by my side. Do we have any more news to get through?
Yeah. Chris Martin's in the news there. Chris Martin says Coldplay's album may be their last.
Police, I believe, are taking to the streets in anticipation of white rioting. Go on.
Chris Martin recently hinted that Coldplay is breaking up.
Again, officially marks the most devastating news for white people since Abercrombie and Fitch sold out of Irish fisherman sweaters. No, what do they have in the Gap? No! Go on.
I think pale people.
Pale people.
In general.
Is that the politically correct way of saying that?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I guess so. Kate Upton's in the news there. She's got her hair cut. She has a shorter haircut now.
Oh. Kate Upton cut her hair?
Yeah.
Sounds to me like someone finally heard the complaints about her hair clogging the drain of my shower. Thank you, Kate Upton. See what I did there? Yeah, it's fun to pretend. Go on.
President Obama is suffering from acid reflux.
In a related story, doctors now say constantly going on vacation causes acid reflux. I guess you can get acid reflux from playing golf? I don't know. What else?
Is it covered by Obamacare?
It's not? Uh-oh.
The Oxford
That's the worst. Your Obama sounded good. My impersonation of your Obama sounded really bad. Is it covered by Obamacare? That was okay. He does that, right? Like, that's his whole sort of like rhythm and cadence to speaking.
And it's the opposite when it's something important.
The economy is like my penis. It's rising, but it's not rising fast enough. Nah, I can't do it. I don't know whose line that was. That was some brilliant stand-up comic that I just jacked there. And I feel really bad. I realized it as I was doing it because I was like going to be like, oh, it'll be like that guy's impersonation and then name check him. I couldn't remember who it was. So I feel bad about that. We'll to Google we go.
He's got enough money.
No, in this particular situation, I don't think that comic does. We'll find him by the end of the show, and maybe we'll play the bit because he does a great Obama impersonation. What else?
The Oxford Dictionary added a word to its new edition. You know what it is?
What?
Duck face.
Duck face is now in the Oxford Dictionary. Well, I suppose to make space for it, they could eliminate words that nobody uses anymore. Like dictionary. Go on.
A NASA spacecraft in hibernation for several years awoke and is preparing to visit Pluto.
Yeah. I didn't know you could do that. They made a spacecraft hibernate for years before it woke up, and now they can send it to Pluto. I guess they preserve resources and fuel and stuff like that by sending the NASA spacecraft into hibernation. I was wondering how they do it, and I think NASA was able to knock it out for so long by serving it a drink from Bill Cosby. Go on.
1,000 jokes run through my head. In the aftermath of Ferguson, the St. Louis Post-Dispatch has disabled its comment function due to vile and racist user comments.
Yeah. And I applaud what they're doing. But if you enjoy reading vile and racist user comments, luckily you still have the entire rest of the internet. I honestly feel as though the decline of civilization can be tied directly to the internet. And the feeling that you can say whatever the hell you want because you're protected from people wanting to beat the crap out of you thanks to the anonymity of the interwebs. And it becomes this horrendous, just the worst parts of humanity on display in the comments section of something like YouTube. It's bananas. And these are things that almost none of these people would have the stones to say in real life. You know what my rule is? If you're in a relationship with someone, you know what the rule is? you always